All right, well, the Young Turks special election day coverage, regular show, drop it.
And one in
So
Nebraska.
you even have Wisconsin and Minnesota, which is, come on.
It just means that we can take them off a more fun part of the board
Also,
and give them to Hillary Clinton. But yeah, I got you. We could obviously move those over to Hillary Clinton right now if you want.
Sure. Look, this election's over, okay? Trump cannot win. He can't win for a number of reasons. I mean, putting aside his xenophobia, racism, sexism, and all that gets Latinos and other groups to vote in large numbers. He's incompetent. He's just flat out incompetent. So I always thought this election was over a long time ago because you don't just make up that ground game in an instant. That takes months and months of preparation, which he never did. Well, I think Hillary will have 320 electoral votes when it's all said and done, plus or minus 5. So I never bought into your fear-mongering.
I think that most of us at this point are actually doing really well with predictions, despite our during the primaries being so far off. I think one thing is that for the most part, general elections, there's some really great data, give or take a couple states where polling isn't great. But for the most part, I mean, listen, yes, there's going to be the secret Trump voter. There's also going to be the secret Hillary voter. And every qualified pollster I've spoken to realizes that those numbers pretty much cancel each other out. So I think it's going to be a big win for Hillary.
And those last-minute polls that had swung in Hillary Clinton's direction gave us I don't know about you guys, it gave me a little bit of relief, right? Because I was worried that it was tightening over the weekend, and then the surge did not come for Trump, according to the polling. It came for Hillary Clinton. Now, right now, there isn't anything too much to be worried about. She could lose Florida, by the way, and Ohio, and North Carolina, and still win.
Virginia, 10% reporting.
Uh-oh, okay, hold on, buckle up.
54-41.
Trump.
Yeah, just what we, yeah.
No.
161,000, 123,000.
No, I'm now actually worried. I'm not kidding. I'll tell you, look, it got quiet in here the minute we started reporting these real results.
Yep.
And if that continues, there is going to be a pall in here.
So we're about halfway done with counting in Florida, getting close to halfway done, and Trump with a 100,000 vote lead. That's a lot of early votes.
Rate that has already changed. So Ben, what's the latest in Florida? What is the percentage?
49.8, 2.5 points, 2.4 point lead for Hillary.
She has a 2.4 point lead. Everybody,
Yes.
don't panic. She's here comes Hillary. Okay, so if you are on Trump team right now, you're panicking.
Right.
You had the same moment we had about 20 minutes ago, where you're like, wait a minute, she's not only up in Florida, but she's up in New Hampshire and Ohio and North Carolina. Electoral College right now, 60-44. Donald Trump has retaken the lead from Hillary Clinton. That part is totally irrelevant.
So he got a 9-stater. Who did they call? Alabama. Following we didn't declare Tennessee, but now Alabama has gone.
Tennessee and Alabama have gone to Donald Trump. This is devastating news / irrelevant. Back on the Young Turks election coverage, I have two things to report. One, it's panic time. Two, I'm on my third cup of coffee. Now shit gets real.
Wow, it just dropped 5%.
Okay,
So the calculation, hold on,
yeah,
this is serious. So the calculation that the New York Times has had as a running prediction of winning the presidency. Last time I glanced at it, John, I don't know if you've been looking at that win presidency meter below the states, below the map. Well, it was it was at 80% an hour ago for Clinton.
What is it now?
68%.
Okay, God damn it, I'm nervous. It is fucking panic time. New Hampshire has flipped. He's now leading 48-47. So he's leading in Florida, Virginia, New Hampshire, North Carolina, and Ohio is now an 8-point lead for Trump.
Here's what just happened, and this thing was at 80% 2 hours ago when we were talking the upshot in the New York Times forecast of who's likely to win. Donald Trump, now the favorite to win the presidency, 51%.
Jesus.
Some are winning. Trump now at 53% forecast to be the president of the United States. It increases literally with every moment that a state like Virginia gets closer to being called for Trump.
This is the most haunting thing I have ever had, we've ever had on the Young Turks. 14 years we've been on the air. Nobody else has called it yet. I'm calling it. It's a 10-point lead with 51% reporting, 53-43 for Trump. Trump's going to win Ohio. So Ohio is now gone. Okay, now I've got my New York Times likelihood of winning updating because I had to switch out and refresh on my iPad here. Trump, and it goes, and it kept going. It's like 50, 51, 52, 50. 61% chance of winning for Donald Trump.
This is insane.
Oh, wow. For the Trump presidency, brace for impact. New York Times now saying the chance of a Trump presidency is 92%. Brace for impact. The terror. Well, you know, we call this place Rebel Headquarters, and we were rebelling against the establishment. And now this will be true Rebel Headquarters as Trump and his cronies begin their march against our freedoms. Talk about how historically pathetic the Democratic Party is. The Democratic Party is gone. Before the election, we talked about, there might be a Republican Civil War. I didn't talk about it, but the rest of the press couldn't stop talking about it. What will the Republicans do, right? No. The question is, what's the Democratic Party going to do to rise from the ashes? Because they are in ashes. And I'll tell you this right now, we are in total fucking war, okay? I'm not talking about the Republican Party. Yeah, sure, I'm happy to be at war with them. I'm happy to be at war with Trump, and it looks like I'm going to be for 4 years. But I'm at war with the Democratic Party, this corporatist, weak, spineless, pathetic party. So the DNC, you think we're coming for you? You're goddamn right we're coming for you. We're gonna pulverize the DNC. We're gonna rip it to shreds so that none of those idiot loser corporatists could ever screw up an election like this again. New York Times now has it at
95% North Carolina.
95% chance that Donald Trump is going to be president. North Carolina has been called. It goes to Donald Trump. And Wisconsin and Michigan still leaning red. Brought to you by the fucking morons at the Democratic Party.